So Trump has been putting up some ridiculous judicial nominees. I'll tell you more about some of them after the videos, but you're gonna love the videos. This is one of them, Matthew Petersen. He largely worked at the Federal Election Commission, which means that he mainly did nothing with his career. Those are the people who refuse to investigate dark money and also the questionable corruption that happens in the country. But he was getting questioned by Republican Senator Kennedy from Louisiana, so he probably thought, well, this isn't gonna be a problem. He's gonna give me a bunch of softballs. We're on the same team here. Turns out, not on the same team. Kennedy did not give him softballs. Instead, he came with another thing that you use in baseball. It's called a bat. So let's watch.
Have any of you not tried a case to verdict in a courtroom, Mr. Petersen? Have you ever tried a jury trial?
I have not.
Civil?
No.
Criminal?
No.
Bench?
No.
State or federal court?
I have not.
Okay. Have you ever taken a deposition?
I was involved in taking depositions when I was associate at Wiley Ryan when I first came out of law school.
Have you ever, how many depositions?
I would, I'd be struggling to remember.
Less than 10?
Yes.
Less than 5?
Probably somewhere in that range.
Have you ever tried taking a deposition by yourself?
I believe no.
Have you ever argued a motion in state court?
I have not.
Have you ever argued a motion in federal court?
No.
That last thing by the senator was, yeah. Look, that was so bad, I started to feel bad for a Trump nominee. I'm like starting to get embarrassed a little bit, like, oh, stop hitting him, man. It's like when the Jew bear was pounding on the bat in the cave before he came out and he got the Nazi and in Inglourious Bastards. I'm like, oh man, no, don't hit him again, don't hit him again. He's gonna hit him again, watch.
When's the last time you read the federal rules of civil procedure?
The federal rules of civil procedure, I have.
When's the last time you read the federal rules of evidence?
The federal rules of evidence all the way through would, well, comprehensively would have been in law school. Yes.
Can you tell me what the Doe-Bear standard is?
Senator Kennedy, I don't have that readily at my disposal.
Do you know what a motion in limine is?
Yes, I haven't. Again, my background is not.
Just for the record, do you know what a motion in limine is?
I would probably not be able to give you a good definition right here at the table.
Do you know what the Younger abstention doctrine is?
I've heard of it.
How about the Pullman abstention doctrine?
I heard.
You'll all see that a lot in federal court. Okay.
Look, I'm sure I don't agree with Kennedy on anything. I'm sure he voted for the tax cut stuff, but it was hard not to enjoy that. Okay. Have you ever seen a courtroom? Have you ever walked by a courtroom? Have you ever seen a courtroom on television? Okay. Do you know any legal rules at all? At all? Name one legal rule. I object, Your Honor. All right, he's not done with him yet. One last piece of questioning here. It's a little unusual, but check it out. Okay, all right, fine. That wasn't Kennedy and Spencer, okay, or Petersen. Look, Petersen would have been 1,000 times better off just saying, Senator, these are great questions, but I'm not a trial lawyer. You're absolutely right. I'm not a trial lawyer. I had different legal experience, and I hope that I can apply that to the bench. But he didn't have enough sense to say that. Instead, he kept going, no, not at this time. I mean, kind of in law school, though. Oh, those are bad answers. Those are really bad answers. So what has happened now? Well, Mr. Petersen has withdrawn his nomination, and the president has accepted. And oops, there he goes. Kennedy says that Trump called him and was like, well, you know, it's a good job for you to find the problem ones. You know, that's what you're supposed to be doing. No, your job is to pick good nominees. It's not to pick a bunch of guys who have never seen a courtroom and then hope that for once a Republican senator does the job. So, oh God, he's such a child. Anyway, Petersen, again, I feel a little bit bad for him, had this to say: I had hoped that my nearly 2 decades of public service might carry more weight than my 2 worst minutes on television. Well, that's not really how it works. So, and look, if you're gonna be a great judge and you're up for a really important judicial position there, you have to be able to put together an argument. And I know that you're not a trial lawyer, but you could have defended yourself a little bit there and talked about what experience you do have. So that did not go well, and it didn't give a lot of faith to, I think, the American people that you had this thing figured out. Petersen is Trump's 3rd district court nominee to get derailed over a lack of qualifications. Brett Talley, a 36-year-old lawyer who had never tried a case and earned a rare and unanimous not qualified rating by the American Bar Association, withdrew his nomination last week. Jeff Mateer, who had described transgender children as evidence of Satan's plan, is not moving either. Okay, so those other 2 guys are way worse, and thrilled that they are not moving forward. Petersen, I mean, I hope he finds a job where he does something. I mean, his real job at the FEC, that if you don't know, the Federal Election Commission has let corruption run rampant. They almost never take any action. Maybe part of the reason why Petersen hasn't learned anything in those last couple of years. Anyway, again, nonetheless, even though he's a Trump nominee who's unqualified, I feel a tiny bit bad for him. Maybe it's the lib in me seeing him get pounded like that. But the other guys I don't feel bad about at all. And you shouldn't feel bad for Trump overall, because finally, let me share this fact with you. The Senate confirmed 12 of Trump's circuit court judges this year, more than any president has gotten in their first year since those courts were created in 1891. That's in addition to putting Neil Gorsuch on the Supreme Court and getting 6 district court nominees confirmed as well. And so, by the way, the reason for that is not because Trump is a master at getting nominees confirmed. It's because the Republicans blocked everything Obama was doing the last 2 years. So there was this huge backlog of judicial positions that needed to be filled. So as soon as a Republican came in, the Republicans were like, all right, great, now let's confirm all the judges. And the Democrats, who had been blocked all along, of course, couldn't figure out how to block any of these judges, other than ones that the Republicans on their own, like Kennedy, decided this is too embarrassing to go forward. So I'll help the Democrats block him. Otherwise, the Democrats, in their usual incompetence, couldn't get anyone blocked. And so that's why Trump has had so much success, even though he's clearly not even vetting the candidates. Oh, what's his standards? Is he a right winger? Does he have good blogs? Is he good with words? He's got big words? Oh, I like big words. And most importantly, is he loyal to Trump no matter what? And that's his main factor that he's looking at for qualification, and why some of them are an absolute disaster. And unfortunately, far too many of them have already been confirmed. What you just watched was one of the videos that we do today, but we actually do a whole 2-hour show every single day. It's a podcast. You could watch it in video or listen to it as audio. You can download it, you can stream it, and you get it completely ad-free if you could become a member of the Young Turks. TYTnetwork.com/join.